I figured I have been in Reading for long enough that I could do a little flat lay and show you what is in my pack. When I lay it out, it doesn't look that much. When it's on my back, it adds up very quickly. I did weigh it. It is approximately 13.5 pounds, plus the tent that I'm still waiting for, which is actually why I'm still in Reading. It hasn't been delivered yet. I've been here for 4.5 days, which is a very long time just to be sitting and waiting, but it's okay because I have had some beautiful time with some friends here. So I'm just embracing it. I know that I'm going to be able to do some bigger miles when I get back on trail. That's okay. That's not what I'm going to worry about right now. Right now I thought that I might just show you what I've got. So I keep looking over there because it's right there. I do have some different choices that other people might not make. I do have a couple of what some might refer to as luxury items or unnecessary or a little bit of overkill, and that's okay. I did this I did those first 1,600 miles last year, so I kind of got a feel for what I want to have, what I need to have, what just makes it a more enjoyable experience. There's no point having a super light pack if I'm actually just not enjoying myself anyway. So let's go have a look what I've got. It kind of makes sense for me to go through this systematically. So let's start from the bottom. Ground sheet. This is called Polycro. It's basically it's like a window insulation. It is so thin, but it doesn't rip. If you tear it a little bit, it will continue to tear, so you've got to be careful. I've got a couple of little spots of tape there just to stop some punctures, but you can't just rip it in half. It's actually quite tough for what it is. So I lay that on the ground, tent on top, still waiting for that to be delivered. That's okay. As for clothing, I have got a rain jacket, which actually doubles as my pack cover. I don't actually wear that when it's raining. I just kind of flip that right over the top of the pack, and I dry out. The pack doesn't get wet, so I don't have to worry about that drying out. It's all good. I've got a puffy jacket. I didn't have one last year, and honestly it got cold, and it's just more fun if you're not cold. Same with camp shoes. You know what? Have a pair of thongs so you don't have to wear those trail runners all the time. I've got a couple of warmer layers. I've got that long sleeve shirt you've seen me in a few times. I've got some icebreaker merinos, gloves and bed socks, because again, last time I was a little bit cold and I just prefer not to be cold. I've got 2 spare pairs of undies, so I've got 3 undies altogether. I've got 1 spare pair of socks. These are my new fresh ones. I'm very excited. So I've got 2 pairs of socks altogether. This is my towel. This is all it is. That little square. That's all you need. You kind of dry off, wring it out, do it again. And you know what? It dries you well enough. I got knee braces because last time I really did do my knees in. That's why they call me the Wizard of Oz. And I just thought, you know what? I would prefer to have 2 knee braces, be safe, look after my body, have that extra support there if I need it. This is called the Juice. It is nearly 13 grams. It's my little trowel because you got to dig a hole when you want to go to the toilet. And it is super light to be able to do so. Toilet paper, hand sanitizer, the necessaries. DEET, also necessary. I don't care about cancer, I've told you that. I care about bugs and they do my head in, so DEET. Bug net. Goes over the top of my hat. How do you say this? You can't really see it. I'm sure you'll see it soon because there are plenty of bugs coming up. It's not a fashion statement, I don't care. It keeps them away from my face. This is all I've got as a stove. Little Tokes titanium pot, little tiny BRS stove. I'm doing this with one hand. Could have done this earlier. Now this bad boy is amazing. Basically flips open, screws on top of this, done. That's like 24 grams. So that plus a lighter, it's really all you need. Spoon, awesome. This is where the weight comes in. All your little bits and pieces. Obviously you need a phone charger. I use the Anker 13,000, what is it, MPA or something. Do need to charge that up one more little bar before I leave. I got a quick charge. The beauty of a quick charge, it means that I don't have to spend so long in town. Obviously these 4 days here don't count, but generally the quick charge means you can kind of get in and out, have that charging like at a cafe or somewhere while you get your town stuff done. People are generally super lovely, and it really does make all the difference. Lavender oil. I'll eventually just stick to lavender oil. For now, I've also got the Vicks because, like I've said before, Vicks helps with blisters, it helps with sore muscles, it helps with chafing. Lavender oil actually does all that stuff too. I just feel like the Vicks is a little bit more, excuse me, of like a full-on intense ointment for now. Whereas when I get used to the trail, I don't have so many blisters or chafing, which actually, look, honestly, I've done pretty well. I can just swap just to the lavender oil, which is also just makes me smell like a lady. Argan oil, hair oil. Again, this is one of those things that people are going to think is ridiculous, but you know what? My hair dried out last year. I would rather just carry this little tiny, like it's like half of an ounce of oil if it makes a difference. Got to cut that toothbrush in half. You know how it is, micrograms count. Then what have we got? My GPS, so mum and dad know where I'm at. I can send them my coordinates. This is that lantern that I keep talking about. I beat it up a little bit last year on trail, so it's got some sticky tape trying to hold it together, but basically when you click that button, it shines light out everywhere. So I can either have it shining around the whole thing, which works when I'm at camp. I can have it shining out of half of it, which works when I tie it to my front and I'm walking. Or I can use the top here as a flashlight, which is also great. It just charges via USB. This is amazing. The Goal Zero Lighthouse Micro Flash. Love that bad boy. Hair ties, so I can do my ponytail braids. Blistex, chapstick, necessary. Ibuprofen and vitamins, and some antihistamines as well for bug bites or whatever. Vitamins actually are great out here because you just can't eat the right stuff all the time. Oh, hello. Eczema cream. That's gonna work better than olive oil, I think. Castile soap, again, is one of those just amazing, come on, focus for me. Nah, he doesn't want to do it. It's one of those amazing inventions where I use it for everything. I use it as my shampoo, I use it as body wash, I use it as laundry detergent to wash out those undies, and as dishwashing soap if I need to when I'm in town. It's great. It actually is so versatile. Little pair of nail clippers, a knife with a nice bright pink ribbon so that if I drop this at nighttime, I can still find it in the ground. Isn't my dad a genius? Sunscreen. And this is like my little bag of goodies. Passport, card, you know, all that sort of stuff. Permits in there. Hopefully you didn't see my card details too much. This is my water filter. Now I did originally start just with bleach, but I decided that the bleach probably wasn't helping my cough. I had the soya squeeze last year and look, it does work. It is amazing. You basically just screw it on top of a water bottle and drink straight out of that, or pour it from one water bottle into the other one. People will generally have a dirty water bottle and a clean one. Does the trick. Sunnies. Hey, bad boys. These are my headphones that I'm wearing all of the time. They are Bluetooth, which means they don't have to plug in to my phone, which means that I have to charge them up. But if it's raining, then my phone can stay in its nice little Ziploc bag, and these are fine. They're waterproof. You know, it's all good. Is that it? Is that basically everything? Oh, my sleeping bag. So I've gone with the Enlightened Equipment Revelation. It's a quilt. It's not a sleeping bag. It's a little bit different because it doesn't actually go the whole way around you. The idea is to save a couple of ounces, but you know what? I love it. It basically keeps your back exposed. It's got some clips that you can clip it together behind you, but what is it? The theory is that the air between the feathers, the loft, is what keeps you warm. Therefore, if you're lying on it, it can't keep you warm anyway because it's all compressed. So therefore, why not save the weight? Just not have any there. And you know what? It kept me warm in freezing temperatures. I've also got the hood, which makes me look like a total Gumby. I don't care. It keeps my head warm. And my little Neoware Thermarest. This is my mattress. That's all it is. Blow that bad boy up. Sleep on it. Have a good night. And that's what I'm carrying. Takes a little bit to talk it all out, but yeah, so that adds up to 13.5 pounds, which is a little bit heavier than I would have liked. I know it's actually super light. That's like, you know, 6.5 kilos or something. It's crazy, but personally, I would have liked it a little bit lighter. I have made some trade-offs with, you know, I picked up that eczema cream. I've got the Vicks for now that I won't need later. I've got a couple of extra warmer layers because being cold is miserable, and I am gonna get a 3-pound tent. It's okay, because again, it's that ease, that peace of mind that I can set up a tent in 45 seconds versus banging one into the hard ground for 10 minutes. I'd prefer to do that. And there you go. That's what I'm carrying in my pack this year. If you have any other questions, shoot them my way. I'll be more than happy to go over anything in more detail if you want to, or just tell you a bit more about what life's like out here and what you need, what you miss. But this is me.